Hey, we are back for another tag video. I'm going to try to be quick. My phone battery is dying. I think I left the brightness up too long, but I'm out here and it is windy. I got my coffee, if you don't mind. You know, I like to have my coffee on the porch. Well, this is a weight loss tag, and this one, Robbie over at Freaky Fit Wolf, he thought it up. I was tagged by Denise over at Dish with D, so thank you, Denise. And I'll put her link in the description box. Before we get into the questions, let me take a sip. I think I got it on my lip. I'll just tell you real quick kind of where I'm at in my journey. I am on the 10th leg of a 4-leg race. Which means I'm way past due. I'm overdue. I'm beyond the expiration date. I'm the milk that's been sitting in the refrigerator for an extra month. I started 2 years ago, April. That was 2 years ago in April. Over 200 pounds to lose. And I don't tell you the number because I don't say the number to nobody. My doctor knows the number. I don't like the number. I don't mind how I look. You'd be surprised, a woman my size going out in public and not caring what somebody thinks, but that's me. I don't care. But I do care about that number, which is crazy. So I don't say my number. I told my husband, when I lose the weight to where I want to get, then I'll tell you what it was, but not until. Well, the first 6 months I started Weight Watchers, I lost 38, it was 6 months, I lost 38 pounds. Then we went on vacation, and I said, I'm going to enjoy my vacation. That was a big mistake. I got off track, and so I have floundered for the past year and a half. The 38, the lowest I got to, I think, was like 18 pounds. So I gained at one point like 20 pounds. And then the closest I got to 38 was 36. So I lost back. I got 36. But guess what? It was like a volleyball. Back and forth, back and forth. The whole time. Sometimes it was like more on the, all right, I'm back in another losing streak. And then something would happen again. But being the struggle queen, I still didn't give up. We're going to talk about that. As of today was my weigh-in. As of today, I have lost 41 pounds. So I passed my 38-pound threshold. I passed 40 pounds, which is what I have been waiting to do for a year and a half. I could not wait to get to 40, so I passed that. I'm crossing my fingers that I stay, for next week. Y'all just let me drink my coffee because I like it out here on the porch. So that's where I'm at. I am trying to work the plan the best I know how. And I was thinking, weight loss advice tag, what do I have to advise anybody on? But I think not giving up is a piece of advice in itself. So maybe you can identify with something I'm going to say. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to say. If you watch my channel, you already know I don't know. Let's just get started. What method or plan did you or are you using to achieve your goals? I started on their Simply Feeling plan, and ironically, 4 weeks ago, I went back to it. Now, they don't support it. They don't have it anymore. It's just I'm going from my notes and my memory and from how I worked it the first time. I thought to myself, I've got to do something because it just has not worked consistently. So I was like, I'm going to go back to where I cut my WW teeth. Now, I tried it before and it didn't take for some reason. I don't know what that was about, but something this time is clicking. And so that's the one I'm on, is Simply Feeling. In case you don't know what it is, I'll tell you right quick. It is where purple came from. So purple has more 0 point foods than green and blue. Simply Feeling has even more 0 point foods. There are a lot of Simply Feeling foods, and you don't get daily points, you only get weekly points. So that's what I went back to. Number 2, 2 main tips you would give someone starting their weight loss journey. Probably the first thing would be take pictures. The first picture I took was sitting right out here in this chair on this porch in about this manner. If I didn't have that picture to put a side by side, to like, I need to do it today. This is my highest weight loss. I need to do it today just to see. If I couldn't put them side by side, I would never be able to see the difference, because we look at ourselves in the mirror and we kind of have a not distorted view, but kind of a skewed view to where we don't really see ourselves the way we look. As big a woman as I am, something on me, I didn't see her as that big in the mirror. I think because I didn't have, I had confidence going out in public, and to the point of, I don't care what people think, that maybe I didn't see the real me looking back in the mirror. I just saw, I'm cool with you, you good girl. Well, I put side by side after some weight was gone, and I was like, oh boy. So definitely take some pictures to chart your progress. Other people take measurements, I never did. It might have probably been a good idea to do that too, and make sure you date your pictures. If you take them like in your phone, change the file name to the date, because some of mine I did not change, and trying to figure out which one came first when you look kind of similar was kind of tough. So just be sure and date your pictures. Then let's say two tips. Well, it's not really, I don't know if I'd call it a tip. It's what I had mentioned earlier. Not giving up. My tip would be to tell yourself quitting is not an option. Don't even put it on the table. It's not an option. Over these past 2 years, did I want to quit? Oh my gosh. I wanted to throw my hands up and just say, forget it. I'm tired of this. I'll just stay fat. I'll just stay unhealthy. I'll just deal with it. If I had, I would regret to this day, because 41 pounds off of my body, that's huge. Have I still got a long way to go? You better know I do. But it's somewhere. It's more than if I had quit. So just tell yourself that quitting is not an option. Number 3 is, what is your why? My why started to feel better, to get off all these medicines. I'm like on, I don't even know what it is now, 12 or 13 or 14, I don't know. This is one of those prescriptions, and I'm tired of it. I'm sick of paying for it. I'm sick of sorting them into my big sorter. I'm sick of taking them. I'm sick of trying to remember to take them. I'm sick of not feeling good. I'm sick of dragging. I'm sick of all these ailments that I have. So I just wanted to feel better. Now that has switched over since that 2 years ago. I want to feel better so I can have a better surgery. If you don't follow my channel, I'll be having a back surgery, a major back surgery, at some point when the Rona, cooperates. And I need to try to be healthy for that, to have a better recovery and less chance of complications, because we know the bigger we are, there's that chance. Number 4, what do you do when the scale doesn't show you what you expected it to? Body slam it. Fling it across the room. No. I look at it, I get mad, I get happy, I go through all the emotions, whatever it is, and then I just push it right back up under Flair's tank and I go on about my business. I weigh every day, but here lately, I don't always, because it's like, it's hard to explain. The better on plan I'm doing, the less I have been jumping on the scales. I've not really made that correlation until kind of we're sitting here talking. That's when I think of a lot of stuff, is when I'm actually talking to y'all. I keep spitting coffee on myself. I know it's getting cold too, but it seems like the more on plan I am, that number is not as important as it was when I was really struggling to eat right and to stay on plan. Then I was obsessed with that scale. And come to think of it now, I like to weigh every day. I do like to know if I put on like 5 pounds of fluid overnight. I need to keep an eye on that. But process it, take what it says, deal with it however you deal with it, and then just file it away and go on about your business till the next time. That's all you can do. That is all you can do, because sometimes that scale ain't your friend, and sometimes it is. Have you fallen off plans? Let me count the times. Oh my gosh, I have fallen off so many times. But if the plan was a boat and I fell off, if you looked over the side, you would see my hands hanging on and looking up. I've not turned loose. I'm still hanging on, but I have fallen off. I was just hanging on enough to keep coming back, because what I tell you in the beginning, quitting is not an option. Yes, I have fallen off. Will I fall up again? Probably a good chance. It's going to happen. What did you do to get back on track? The only thing that I ever know to do, and that is just make myself do it. I have to just do it. It's like I am a walking Nike commercial. Just do it. I don't know a magic formula. I don't know any tricks or tips or hacks. It's just tell yourself, this is what we gotta do. Do it. That seems kind of simplistic, but that's really that's the only thing that I do, because I try a little this or that or the other, and doesn't always help, but just telling myself I don't have a choice and just suck it up and do it. That's what. Let's see. What has been the hardest part of losing weight and getting healthy? Because I like food. I love food. I have lamented over and over on my channel how I hate turning my back on my southern food, because I feel like I'm turning my back on my roots. Food is plays a big part of who I am, and identifying with my southern self, because I love being southern, and I love the southern food, and I love my southern mama. Love everything about it. Food's a big part of that. So having to turn my back on that has been a struggle. I struggle not being able to raise my grandson the way I was raised with those same foods, because now I Weight Watcher find my food. I lighten up my food, which he'll eat healthier, but he won't have that. See, he's being raised in Ohio, and we're here in North Carolina. He was born here, so he's Southern at heart, and he won't have those roots as far as food traditions, and I really struggle with that. Couple that with the fact that I'm a very hard-headed person. That makes it hard too, because I can struggle, and the hard-headed, stubborn part of me says, just go on and have it. Don't struggle. Don't turn your back on it. You want to have that, whatever it is, fill in the blank, then just have it. One time, it ain't gonna hurt you. And you know what happens? One time turns into 2 times, turns into a week, turns into a month, turns into 3 months. So that's what's hard. The fact that I love my food that I grew up with and that I have cooked my whole entire adult life. And the reason why everybody but Holly's big, well, David ain't, but he got a belly. He say I made it. But I declare I think there's varmints on me out here. So yeah, the fact that I like food and that I have a hard time saying no to myself. I have a very hard time saying no to myself. Where are we now? How did I, what? Oh, how did you overcome this? Well, that's like the same, kind of the same thing a while ago, is I just do it. I talk to myself a lot. When I'm in here and I get hungry and I want something, I talk to myself a lot, and a lot of times it's out loud. It's audible. I talk to myself inside. I'm like, don't do it. Don't be stupid. You don't need that. You ain't hungry. What you reaching for that for? And if I don't want to do something, I just force myself to do it. I just suck it up. I just suck it up and do it just because I know I have to. You know what? This life is full of stuff we don't want to do, but it's the right thing for us. That's a lesson in itself, especially in the world we're living in now. So, yeah, that's it. Two tips you've learned that you can share. 2 tips. Let me stall momentarily. Well, one is one that I'm doing this time, as a matter of fact, and that is track, and more tracking. Because, think of it, you don't go shopping until you count your money, right? But don't go eat until you count your points. Don't forget to track it and go in there like I was doing and eating, and then before you know it, you've done spent way too many points because you didn't know what you started with and how many you had to go. So that's like getting up to the cash register. She says it's $10.50, and you stand there and you ain't got but $10. Well, that's embarrassing. You got to put some stuff back. It's too late after you done eat it. You can't put it back. You can't put the food back. So keep up with your points first, and the only way to do that is to track, and that means to put it in your app, put it in a notebook, put it in any other kind of computer program you got, but find some way that will be easy for you to be consistent with it. See, right now I'm tracking in a notebook, and that is working for me a lot better than the app, because I just was not doing good with the app at all. I'm doing pretty good. One of my goals was to track, and this past week I did that very good. So definitely track. Then the other one, this is one, and it's kind of embarrassing, but I have struggled so much, but I have learned that it is okay to have a pity party as long as you don't live there, okay? What I say when you're on the scales, look at that number, process it, deal with it, and then move on. Same thing. There is nothing wrong in this life with feeling sorry for yourself as long as you don't live there, as long as it don't become a habit or a lifestyle. You can get something on your mind, something didn't go your way. A lot of times that's how we process it. That's how we work it. Get through it, and then we can go on and carry on with life. So it's okay. I have pity parties sometimes. Y'all have seen them. I've had them right here on screen. I have had them right here for you. If it helps you get it out of your system, then get it out of your system and move on. You'll be just fine. Don't last no longer than it takes you to work through that emotion, and then pick yourself on up and get back on out there and keep on doing it. That'd be my 2. What are we up to? 10. Any regrets about how you've lost weight? Yes, I regret not getting my ish together sooner. I regret not being consistent, put it that way. Because I would get it together, lose it, get it together, lose it, instead of getting it together, taking it. Well, I do regret going on vacation. That specific thing I regret is going on vacation and coming off a plane. If you have that option, okay, we're coming up on summertime. Vacation's going to start as long as the states are opened up. I don't know really. It may or may not be. If you are given the option, if you're working your plan and you're doing good, and you go on vacation and you say, you know what, I only get one vacation a year, I'm going to enjoy it. Don't do it. If you don't foresee yourself being able to come back to where you were, don't even get off. I'm going to tell you, it ain't worth it. Not one of that pieces of fudge we got at that shop was worth the hell I have been through this past year and a half trying to get it back together. Was not worth it. No. Nothing I ate on that trip tasted good enough to make what I have struggled through the past year and a half worth it. No. So don't do it. That's a good piece of advice right there. If you take nothing else, you take away that quitting's not an option. And if you don't think you can come back, don't tempt yourself. Just don't. Just don't. What was my question? Oh, any regrets? Yeah, I regret that. And I regret that I didn't stay consistent when I would get back on track. That I didn't stick with it, and I was not able to hold down the fort, I guess you'd say. Oh, we're up to number 11. How has your life improved since you started your journey? Well, we already said I'm carrying around 41 pounds less. So already I don't move easily, but I move easier, if that makes sense. I still am not a gazelle. I'm like a big wildebeest or something, clomping around. But it's an easier clomp. So I do, if you take the knees and the back out of the equation, the rest of me feels better having that 41 pounds off. Also, I have found out that even though I know I'm hard-headed, I know I'm strong-willed, I found out I can actually stick to something longer than I thought I could. Because to me, struggling means you're still on plan, in as far as you didn't give up. As long as you're struggling, let's say you're on that boat and you fall over, if you do let go of the side but you're still out there dog paddling, you're staying afloat. You hadn't give up. When you give up is when you quit paddling and you just sink to the bottom. So I did not quit paddling. I was paddling my little heart out, trying to stay afloat. That I could do that is something I didn't think I could do for 2 years, because I've been on numerous diets in the past. They didn't last 3 months. I was done, and I was back to, and it was not a minor blip. It was, okay, I'm done. Back to life as normal. So this is the longest I've ever stuck with any kind of health plan in my life. So I kind of like that about my journey. I like knowing that I was able to do that. All right. I don't know how I did. I hope maybe somebody could take something from it. At least you're not alone if you're struggling, because I told you I'm the queen of struggling. The queen. Okay, it is time to tag someone, and I think I shall tag, well, I'm going to tag Danielle. Haven't seen you in a while, Danielle, so I'll tag you over at Danielle Nichole. I guess I should tell you her whole name. And oh, I'm like, who did I think I was going to tag? Tracy over at Trials of a Long-Haired Girl. She makes our Tuesday tags every week. She tags me. She tags other people, so I'm going to tag her. Let her do one that she didn't actually have to work on. So there you go, girls. There's just something to do. Y'all go and check them out. Go and check out Denise. And thank you again, Denise, for tagging me. And I will see y'all next time.